This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. And now let's check in and see if CHARLEY-K1GZL is on frequency to bring us up to date on the latest 40-meter band propagation. Charlie's QTH is up in northern New Hampshire, near the Canadian border. Charlie, got a copy?
Canadian border. Charlie, got a copy? Yes. KC9VKV, K1GZL. Well, we've had rain today. It started out as snow just before 6 o'clock this morning. Didn't amount to more than about 0.3 of an inch. And then it's been raining all day, and right now it's coming to an end for a while. And it's 36 degrees. That's our high so far. But we still have nearly 2 feet of snow on the ground. Unfortunately, my tape recorder has acted up. That is out of service at the present. But you're coming in 10 to 15 over 9 direct. Very, very clear signal. KC9VKV, K1GZL.
Well, Charlie, just a question. Are all of your antennas surviving?
Antennas surviving? Yep, so far we had winds this morning, peaking at least 50 miles per hour, blew stuff and chairs all over the place, and what a mess. Chairs on the porch were blown, what a mess. It was terrible winds, right out of the south side. But the thermometer is very low. So the antennas seem to have survived so far. But I think the worst of it is over, except tonight it will be getting much colder. So I'll turn it right on back to you. KC9VKV, K1GZL.
Roger, Charlie. Well, I just wonder, sometimes we have some heavy winds, but not too often. How often do you get those 50-mile-an-hour breezes?
50-mile-an-hour breezes? Oh, I'd say probably 2 or 3 times a month. But after all, we're up here at just over 2,000 feet above sea level, and almost a third of the height of Mount Washington, and that has generally the highest winds average in the world. Go ahead.
Oh, roger that. Well, even though your recorder may be on the frets, have you still been making contact down in Australia?
Contact down in Australia? Oh yeah. I had a nice chat with Ian, VK3MO, this morning, and he has got a problem. And he's running barefoot, but still, he was 15 to 25 over 9, 25 over 9. He has stacked rhombics, which of course help him quite a bit. And in my case, I'm not aimed at Australia on 40 meters. I'm aimed 30 degrees off of the Melbourne area where Ian is located. But if the path is open, I'd say 95+% of the time in the year, and it's been going right through the winter, very, very consistent in the early morning down into Australia. Go ahead, all the South Pacific.
Roger, Charlie. Now, I know you're 30 degrees off of ideal working Australia. Do you have any plans on maybe reorienting your antenna more to the precise direction that you need to be?
I wish I could. See, what I've got is 3 large utility type poles lined up one behind the other, and of course I have the 75-meter antenna, and I've got the 40-meter antenna on that. So I'd have to move those poles, and that would be a little bit impossible. So I'm stuck with that direction. However, on 20, that's a different, a different section I have the 4-element diamond-shaped wire quad. That is broadside much further north, just about over far southern California, between Los Angeles and San Diego, and that is much closer to Australia. So as far as Melbourne goes, Melbourne would only be 5 degrees off the side. But unfortunately, in the early morning, 20 meters is not very consistent, not like it was 10 years ago when the sunspot cycle was higher, and they used to blast him in the early morning on 20, but that's a rare event these days until we get higher up on the sunspot cycle, Jim.
Roger that. Now, which is the front way to Australia, and which is the back way?
Well, all right. From here to Melbourne, Australia would be about 275 degrees, and the back way would be directly east, maybe a speck south-southeast, and that would slam me right into the mountain behind me, right into the mountain. That's, of course, what they call the long path all the way around the world, a little bit, those 5,000 miles further to go on the long path. So due to the way the terrain is here, I'm pretty well cut off to the east with the small mountain I'm on. So I take advantage of firing off of the mountain here, to get to the southwest and to the west, Jim. I've got to do it. It's just the way the terrain is set up.
Roger, gosh, we had a little traffic in there. Sorry, the frequency is in use. The frequency is in use. Well, Charlie, thanks for reporting today. As always, we're going to move along, and we thank you very much. You stay warm up that way, Roger.
Well, we'll try. It looks like Sunday, if we're lucky, we'll get up to 20 degrees. Then later next week, we'll head right back up over 40. The normal high now is 20 degrees Fahrenheit. The normal low temperature is about 15, 16 degrees. 16 degrees. So spring is coming, but March has been very warm on the average compared to normal, with a couple of exceptions when it got brutally cold. Okay, Jim, the very best. Cheers. And as they say down under, and we'll catch you hopefully next week. K1GZL, always a pleasure.
Roger, Charlie. 3Z Way, sir. You have a great afternoon and a beautiful weekend coming up. Just a reminder, this is the Friday Afternoon Qso-Vlog Network. My name is Jim, KC9VKV, and I'm better known in some circles as Dr. VKV. And we are recording now live till 5, so if you have a radio you want to check out, give us a shout. We'll post this recording up on YouTube in the next couple of days. So when you go to YouTube, just do a call letter search for KC9VKV, and that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page, where we're currently featuring about 1,000 recorded Qso-Vlog entities, but you'll be looking for one in particular. Today's Qso-Vlog is entitled My Group Air Check 31330. My Group Air Check 31330. This is KC9VKV listening.